Hello there. Well, Pattaya is a city that has grown, well, literally overnight. It was only a couple of decades ago that it was just a small fishing village. So where's that growth came from? Well, obviously it's came from massive investment, not only by the local government, but also by foreigners investing in here and investing in condos. But where do they stay? Where do the construction workers stay? Today I've came down to one of the labour camps just south of Pattaya, and these buildings that you can see behind me are where the labourers live. But it's a bleak place with very confined living quarters. But today I'm going to meet up with Tracey Cosgrove, who's a woman who's created a little piece of oasis in this quite grim desert. Tracy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm very well. This is just wonderful. What a great thing you're doing here. And how do you feel getting something like this? I was going to say off the ground, but it was, because it was literally just a piece of ground, and you've built it from scratch, yeah?
Yeah, I have. I just feel rather hot.
It is warm today.
No, I'm really proud that we've now got a runaway baby. I'm really proud at what's been, what we've achieved here. And it's, even though I've, organised everything without an extensive lot of drinking partners and friends, and literally you'll be emptying your pockets shortly.
No doubt.
I'm really pleased with what we've been able to achieve.
But this is what you do. You just cut out all this sort of red tape, or whatever you want to call it, and you just go and get things done. So you just meet people, have a few drinks with them, tell them what you're involved with. Like the carpet. How did the carpet come about for this place?
Oh, have you got an hour? This was actually from an OSCHAM meeting.
Okay.
I'd hijacked the meeting and went along there just talking to West Wolves, who are an Australian carpet company. Told them what I was looking, this was actually before I'd even organised to do, to build this building. And they were like, no problem, as long as you come and have a drink tonight, we'll supply all your carpeting. How much do you need? And they supplied all the carpeting. So it's a lot, that's just, believe me, that's only one instance where that's happened.
Sure, I know there's many items that you have here that people have either donated or they've given you like a whopping discount. The thing that's behind us that the kids can play on, you got that at, was it Siam Paragon?
Yeah, Siam Paragon.
And how did that happen?
I was in there shopping. Well, window shopping.
We've got someone joining us now.
I was in there window shopping, and I saw the slide, which is here, and I thought, oh, that's really nice, but I can't afford that. So I just asked to speak to the manager. First of all, this isn't the floor manager, and then the manager of Siam Paragon came down and said, I would like that for the children who I'm helping. Told them what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then they said, okay, 50% discount. So I was able to, to get. But the funniest thing was then I took it. They said, have you got a car? And I said, no. So they said, well, it's not going to go in a taxi. I said, don't you worry about it. It will go in a taxi. Yeah. So we went downstairs, got a taxi, and they said, which hotel? I said, no, to Pattaya.
You got it done.
And that was it. Yeah.
Well, it's great stuff. Now, when you contacted me, you said you wanted me to come along and see this nursery. Now, we'd spoken about this way back when from the Hard Rock Christmas tree light up, and you got some money from that, which has went into this project. But when you told me this was a nursery, I've came down and it's actually more like a community centre. How many children do you have here?
There's between 40 and 50 children.
Wow.
Sometimes there can be up to 90 children. Probably in the next week there'll be up to 75 here.
Right. Now, before you did all this, there was nothing.
No, it was what happened. I think you know the story of where I followed a truck.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And I just followed the truck with all the workmen in, came here, and found children who were babies being looked after by 3-year-olds, and just things that I wasn't happy with seeing. I saw children playing in sewage, and I walked around the camp, saw the space at the back, and then went to the construction company and said, okay, I've been on your site, this is what I want to do. And they were just like, okay, go ahead.
The amazing thing is that with all the stories, nobody ever sort of turns around and says,
no.
Who the heck are you? Nobody, they just, okay.
Would you not?
well, of course I would. But it's great. You just, you knock and the door's answered. It's great.
Absolutely. I know what I want and I know how to get it. But it doesn't work with money.
Sure.
But it works with products and services and things like that. Okay. Because people are always happy if you ask. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Sure.
I ask. I've done this for years throughout all my businesses. I've asked instead of paying for some. Oh, can I have that? Can I have that? And I've used my, networking skills to the most.
Does that mean drinking?
A lot. Too much.
But it's great. I mean, you've made a lot of difference, and I mean, to kit something like this out, I mean, okay, there's the furniture, but even just the toys, it must have been quite an expense.
Yeah, the toys, again, Toys R Us, 70% off.
Wow.
So went into Toys R Us, they had a 70% off sale. I bought half the store, but 70% off, amazing. And why should these children have old toys that are broken?
Sure.
And there's pictures, in fact there's a picture up there on the wall of all the children then came and helped open all the toys. Yeah. And it was so lovely for them to be opening them, and they don't have that, but just for them to be able to have that bit of fun.
Right.
It's all about having what our children take for granted.
Well, sure, and it's great. It's not. I mean, nowadays it's the whole thing's kind of got lost for European kids. It's all wireless internet and PS2s and Xbox and online gaming and everything. But I think the other thing is that you seem to have instilled, which I'm sure was lacking, was a sense of community. Because of course before the kids would have just been staying like almost as a family in their own house, but without the parents.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they did. Now all the children, if somebody's not here, they'll go and look for them and they'll bring them in, and it's very much, as soon as I come, they'll tell me who's not here, or why they're not here. Either they're asleep, or they've gone out to Bangkok, or where they've gone.
Okay.
And they like to tell me where all the children are.
Right.
And if there's a problem, one of the other children, a few months ago, one of the boys, like his sister came along, took me by the hand, took me up the rickety steps, which I really didn't want to go up in case I broke the building. And he said, she said, my brother's asleep, he's drunk, and he's 14. And she said to me, he's drunk and he's 14, come and tell him off. So I went, and he was I made him come down here, washed his face, and he just was saying, I'm sorry, but they want you to help. They know things that are not right, and they want you to help.
Sure.
It's like an extra mother to, it's an extra person.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's it. Because when you were saying, why they're not here, I was thinking it must make you feel a bit like a head mistress, and then you start talking like that, and like, well, you're a nurse, and then you're a mother.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know.
And I'm definitely not a nurse.
Well, but anyway, you are looking after the kids. Let's go and take a look at some of the rest of the centre here. Has this actually got a name, Tracy?
No.
No, okay. Well, it's a lovely place. Let's go and take a look at the kitchen facilities, which are just starting to come into being now. So we'll go and have a look there now.